Namaste students, my name is JVS Dr. Neeraj Dholia, Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Science, Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. So today we are going to discuss about a practical session, and the name of the practical is determination of bloodstream infection. That is usually named as the bacteremia, means the presence of bacteria in the blood. This topic is related with the subject medical biotechnology lab. So what is bacteremia? As I already told, that bacteremia is the presence of bacteria in your bloodstream. So why it is there? So there are some procedures, there are some mechanisms through that our blood get infected, such as very simple activities such as the vigorous toothbrushing or some dental procedures may be the cause, or the infections are also involved in this phenomenon. For example, you get the infection of lungs, the pneumonia, or the UTI, that is urinary tract infection, that may result in the infection in the blood. So having an artificial joint or the heart valve or having heart valve abnormalities, that increases the risk of the bacteremia, because that may cause the damage in the tissues, that is artificial. So that can cause, there are possibilities that cause, or we can say that can increase the chances of the bacteremia. Generally it do not have any symptoms, but sometimes in some cases when the condition is worse or the bacterial load is there, the bacterial load is increases in the blood, accumulate in a certain tissues and organs and causes the serious problems or infections, then it may have some symptoms. So the people at high risk of the complications from bacteria are given antibiotics before certain dental and medical procedures. So when you have any medical procedure, any dental procedure, or any surgery, etc., so you have to take the antibiotics before the procedure and after the procedure at some time, so that the chances of the infection may be avoided. Particularly if it occurs during the ordinary activities, it does not cause the infection, because the bacteria typically are present only in a small number and are rapidly removed from our immune system or our immunity. But in some cases, when the bacteria are present for a long time in our blood, and they increase their population in the blood, in particular diseases or in particular cases, say for example in a weakened immune system, or in some other disease conditions, for example the diabetes or cancer, etc., or HIV infection, where the immunity is already weak, so they can cause serious responses, serious condition, and that is known as the sepsis. The bacteria are not removed by the immune system, and they may accumulate in various places throughout the body and causing an infection. So the tissues that cover the brain, if the bacteria infects that tissue, it's known as the meningitis. And in some likewise, the other tissues also affected, and they have name on the basis on the side of the body part. So if it is in the bones, it will be known as the osteomyelitis. Or if it is present in the sac around the heart, it will be termed as the pericarditis. So what are the causes? As we have discussed the general cause of the bacteremia, they may be occur in various conditions, such as the certain ordinary activities which which includes the damage in the tissues. Dental medical procedures may be there. The bacterial infections in other lungs, other tissues may be the one reason. For example, in the lungs, in kidneys, in the UTI, etc. Then the injections, when not giving properly, that may cause the bacteremia. Okay. So what are the symptoms of the bacteremia? So usually, as we discussed earlier, if the bacterial load is very less, that will not cause any symptom. That will be removed by the immune system in some times. But bacteremia that results from other conditions may cause fever. So first symptom is the fever. And if the people with the bacteremia have fever, there is a increased heart rate, the shaking chills will be there, the BP will be low, other gastrointestinal symptoms may be there. So say, for example, the vomiting, the diarrhea, pain in the stomach, rapid breathing may be there, confusion may be there, and they probably have the sepsis, or we can say the septic shock. So what is the diagnosis of the bacteremia? How to diagnose that this is the bacteremia or other problem or other issue? So the blood culture, blood sample culture is the method to recognize and identify the bacteremia. So if the bacteremia sepsis or the septic shock is suspected, the clinician may suggest a blood test or a blood culture test. So they can try to grow the culture or the bacteria in the laboratory and identify it. If needed, the doctors may try to culture the bacteria from other samples, such as the other samples, such as the urine sample may be taken, or the sputum sample may be taken. So this was about the normal introduction or the basis of the bacteremia. Now, how to perform the experiment in the lab, so the demonstration. So for that, you need some materials. You need a sample, blood sample from the patient. You need the culture plates, culture media, nutrient agar may be there, or some other specified media may be used. Then you need the incubator for incubation of the bacteria, a laminar air flow for maintaining the sterile condition for the experiment. You need a Nikon wire loop to stick the sample on the plates. You need the ethanol for the surface sterilization. You need other materials to perform the experiment, such as the cotton or the tissue papers, etc. And you need an autoclave to make the things sterilized. For example, the media and the other reagents and the glasswares which are used or utilized during the procedure. So how to perform, what is the steps, procedures of the experiment? So first of all, you will take the blood sample in which the suspected blood sample in which the bacteria may be present. Okay, then you will first prepare the media, culture media for the growing of the bacteria. When the media is prepared, you will prepare the Petri plates of the media. You will pour this autoclaved media on the plates, different plates. And when the media is solidified, you will stick the sample which are taken from the patient, and you will incubate it for 24 and 48 hours. So after the incubation, when the colonies appeared, you will first observe after 24 hours. If the proper colonies are not there, you will wait for 48 or 96 hours. When the bacterial colonies are there, you will observe the morphology of the colony. You will observe them microscopically, and you can perform the biochemical test if needed. So that may confirm the presence of the bacteria as well as the type of the bacteria which is present in the blood. So because there are a range of the bacteria which may be present in the sample, so the confirmation is required. So according to the type of the bacteria present there, the treatment strategy will be planned. So the bacteria will be tested, and you can check the sensitivity of the bacteria, because if it is a resistant bacteria, you have to change the strategy of the treatment. So according to the type of the bacteria and the sensitivity of the bacteria towards the antibiotics, the clinician or the doctor will decide the plan of the treatment. So that was all about the practical, the demonstration of the bloodstream bacteria. So this was all about the experiment. I hope you are satisfied with this detailed session. If you have any doubt, any query, you can write in the comment box. This session is powered by Digital Version 2, Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. Thank you.